Hi everybody, Colleen Haas here. We're out at Sherman Gardens still, and we're going to show you some tips for pruning your tomato plants. We are looking at a smaller tomato plant here which is just ready to start being pruned. I just pruned off some bottom leaves down here that were hanging into the soil because we want to increase the airflow underneath the plant, along with keeping those leaves off the soil where it's more prone to have disease, because most of the diseases that occur come from the soil. So we'll get these leaves up. Even this one back here is hanging into the soil, and probably we're going to take that one off too. Oh, there it is down there at the very bottom. So we've got that all off. Now we have no leaves hanging down in the soil. One thing nice about cages too is you can lift these leaves up and keep them above the soil there. So next we want to look at pruning out the suckers. Now the suckers are what grow in between, kind of in the crotch here of the main stem and the leaf. So that's a little sucker right in there. And we want to take that out as we move up the plant. We wouldn't take any of these out if there were any buds yet on the plant or any flower clusters starting. So this is a little sucker here. We want to take this one out. You know, this is going to allow for good airflow in the plant, keep it healthier and make it stronger, because now it's not putting any of its energy into these little suckers. All of its energy is into the main stem. So
doesn't it make it easier to harvest your fruit?
Yes, because you have easier airflow, and so your plant's not as bushy and compact, and you can get in there to get your harvest when they're all ready. So that's pretty good for now. We don't want to prune too much at one time. We might come back later and there's some other little suckers that might be starting to grow there, but we're going to let it get bigger. Also, if you notice, these suckers are above a cluster of flowers already, so we probably won't prune those out at this point any longer, because it already set some fruit. So that's what we want to do on all of our plants. The other thing you want to remember is to keep your plants very well watered, because when it starts to set fruit like this, when the fruit comes and it starts to crack, that's usually because it's not well watered. So keep your tomato plants very well watered, and come back next time, because we're going to talk a little bit about side dressing your tomato plants, and these are going to be about ready for that because they're starting to set fruit.